I am so excited to announce live mock loan signings are here from the loan signing system. You're about to see a live mock loan signing with loan signing system students and exactly how this works. Every other week, at the minimum, twice a month, we're gonna have a different type of loan signing, whether that's a reverse mortgage, a seller package, a HELOC, a commercial loan signing, whether these are signings in Spanish. We're gonna cover every single mock loan signing out there for you. As you are watching these, remember the loan signings are the same state to state. We're gonna show everything from A to Z, meaning when the signing agent shows up and asks for the ID card to filling out the notary journal on how they're explaining and summarizing every single form. And at the end of every single one of these are gonna be a live Q&A so you can ask the signing agent, why did you say it like this? Why did you say it like this? How come you did this like that? So I'm gonna give you real access to six-figure signing agents from across the country showing you different ways. So I'm so excited to announce that these are free, or should I say included with the loan signing system membership. I'm not charging you more. I'm doing my very best to give you as much value as humanly possible. So I'm so excited about giving you live mock loan signings from the loan signing system family, because I am not the only person who can go through signing in under 60 minutes. I want to bring in the best of the best to show you how they go through live mock loan signing. So enjoy this training.
Usually the seller signings are going to range from 10 pages to 60, depending on the title company and their internal documents and how many sellers there are. It is 23 pages at the top, so it is pretty brief. Your clients will send you documents many different ways, or you've never done a signing before. Usually it's secure, not regular email, but however they send it to you, download the PDF, and I'm using Adobe to open that PDF, and that's where we're at. So just open this up. I have a seller, it's an ASAP signing because my seller is patiently waiting. So I'm going to go to print, make sure I got the right printer here, my office printer, perfect. And then normally I'm going to always print, choose paper source by PDF right here with the check mark and the actual size of the documents. In this case, if you look over here on the right, the documents are actually scanned in horizontally. So I know that if I were to print them that way, just a FedEx label. Actually, so we're good. So I'm just checking ahead to make sure everything looks upright. So we're good there. And I'm actually going to print 2 copies. So one for myself, one for the seller. And that way they're good to go. I'm going to hit print, and 23 pages with my brother, 5200 dual tray, like most of us have, something like that, or 6200. That's going to print in about a minute. I printed it. I have my documents right here. They are not filled out. So in real time, per request, I'm going to prep these documents. There's not much to prep. But I'm always going to make sure that settlement statement, the ALTA or the HUD, is right here at the top. But I'm always starting with this document for a seller because it has all their closing costs and expenses. I want to make sure that's right. That way I don't waste my time, going through everything and getting there and the numbers are wrong. So the seller's going to sign that closing disclosure. Only the seller signing that, so I don't have to prep that. The deed I do want to prep. Page 1, there are spots for the date here at the top. I'm not going to fill that in. And the reason I'm not going to fill it in is if settlement gets pushed by a day, it moves up a day, or it gets pushed back a day or more than that, they're going to have to cross this out and shred it and reprint a new one. But I am going to fill out page 2. I'm going to prep that. So I'm going to prep everything but my stamp and my signature. So everything but the actual notarization part. I'm going to fill in the certificate. This document here, I'll cover when we do the walkthrough with our seller, owner's affidavit. And usually this is going to take me about 5 to 10 minutes, depending on how many pages we're talking about. And the whole reason I'm doing this, I want to be as prepared as possible. This gives me the opportunity to make sure I've looked at everything and I'm not going to miss anything at the appointment because I've already put my eyes on this at least once. And the other thing that's going to be to my advantage, I'm going to go through the appointment much faster because my certificates are already filled out. I'm already very aware of what the documents are looking like. So I already know in my mind what I'm going to say to my seller when I get to that appointment. I would say at least a third of the time, the listing agent is going to be there, making sure that all the numbers are right. So if you can really impress the pants off of the agent that's at the appointment, you have more opportunity to develop a potential relationship, which obviously can get you backdoored into a title company, which is what we're going for, guys. Direct fees. So that's it on the seller documents. And then the second set of documents for the seller, I already put in a manila envelope, 8.5 by 11. So that's already over there. And then the only thing I didn't put in that envelope is the ALTA. So I'm usually going to have a second Alta outside. That way, if the seller wants to sit across from me and I can't sit right next to them like I'm about to do, I can read from my own Alta. So I'm not trying to squint and read these tiny numbers upside down across from the seller. So I'm ready as far as stocks. I have my set. I have my second set. Come on with me now. Candy.
Hello.
Nice meeting you. I'm Brad.
Nice meeting you too.
Here for your seller settlement. I just need you to grab your driver's license. And
Already
we will
have it.
get the party started. Oh, you're prepared. I love it. Okay, here's a blue ink pen for you.
Thank you.
You are so welcome. So we are going to actually start with your settlement statement, but let me check your ID first to make sure we are the right person signing all these documents. All right, I'm just plugging you in my notary journal here. And then if you could do me a large favor and just sign my journal. Perfect. And I'm assuming you haven't seen this document yet.
No, I have not.
No worries. We'll walk through it together. So you are actually going to be on the left-hand side, all
Okay.
your seller expenses and credits. The buyer side, a lot of that, you'll see some of the similar numbers. You can ignore the right side. Doesn't really apply to you. Left side is where we're going to focus on.
Okay.
And then a little bit farther down, we'll see expenses. So the big one there is PennyMac payoff. So we're going to pay them. Do not make any additional payments. Next, you're going to see the recording fee. That's what the city charges to record the one-page release that PennyMac's paid in full. The settlement fee right below that for $250, that is the title company's fee for their involvement on your side of the transaction. Any questions at all from me so far?
No, you answered all the questions.
Okay, perfect. So let me, if you look on the next page, that's going to be your signature spot. Your top right-hand corner with today's date. So I'm going to add that in your folder here, along with your other copies. You have everything I have minus the FedEx label. And then our title company will typically email you scans of this within a few days after closing. That way you have a digital copy as well.
Okay.
Next up, closing disclosure. So this is in here just because there's a loan. Page 2 are your closing costs we saw a minute ago. And then your signature and date is going to be on top of page 3 there.
Okay.
And this one requires a witness. So again, let me do my thing here. Owner's affidavit. This says there's no liens or judgments, nothing against title besides some mortgage we're already aware of, the PennyMac, you're aware of, best of your knowledge. And it is an affidavit, so you do have to swear to that. So you hold up your right hand real quick. Do you solemnly swear that the contents of this document are true to the best of your knowledge and belief? So help you God.
Yes.
Perfect. Your signature is going to be right there. And the last one is your proceeds form. So at the top, I'm just plugging in the amount, the $27,869.70. All to you. They
Okay.
may call you though to confirm the wire instruction before they send your proceeds.
Okay, that's fine.
And then your signature on this one is right there.
Oh, okay.
All right, Candy. Well, congratulations.
Thank
It's
you.
Pleasure meeting you. Enjoy that
Nice meeting
vacation.
you too. Thank you.
Enjoy the rest of your
Pleasure.
day.
You too.
So I'm going to go and scan these. Ideally, I'm personally going to scan it from the back of my trunk because it's a mobile scanner. It is what Mark recommends to most of us, which is the Epson ES500W. It helps if you have same day funding, you could bring it with you into the appointment if you had to, if it was a really tight crunch and it's funding the same day, it's a purchase, whatever it is. So I'm actually just going to plug that in, turn the power on. These are all letter documents. So this is right side up. As you can see, right side up. So I'm going to put it upside down and facing away from me. So my Epson scanner app's over here on the left. So a couple things just to note real quick before I hit scan. I already have settings preloaded in here that I want to scan the same way every time. So when you first get this, you'll have to play around with it, but obviously black and white versus color. We don't need color. So when I'm done scanning, this is 23 pages I printed. I should see 23 pages on the back end, so I know I didn't miss anything. And I'm just going to hit scan. Perfect. Okay. So the only thing at this point I would do, I would go and upload this PDF to whatever platform the signing service required I use, like Signing Order or SnapDocs, for example, or Notary Go or wherever. And then I want to go to FedEx. So now I'm ready to drop these documents, but if I want to save time and I'm at a busy FedEx, I'm going to make sure I have envelopes, a small amount of legal and letter size envelopes and UPS envelopes on me. That way I can have it ready to go. So when I walk in, I can just go to that self-scan machine they have in FedEx, skip the line, drop, get my receipt immediately from the machine. But as far as prepping it, it's pretty straightforward. I'm putting this in here, right in there. I'm just going to take my FedEx label. And it is cut off, but you want to make sure the barcode is not cut off when you put it in the packaging so they can easily scan it. So all I'm doing is just folding it so I know it'll comfortably fit. And this envelope just has a pouch right in here. The legal size envelope, the larger size, will have a pouch you can put this label in and sticky tape it to it. But if you're not sure, the first time you go in, just go to the counter and the FedEx staff will walk you through it. And then you'll become close friends with your FedEx and UPS people because you'll see them a lot. And then I'll take this in, I will take it to the scanner and drop it off with my receipt. So I have proof that I actually dropped it here. So if you are not super rural, always go get a receipt. Most notaries don't know about FedEx ship centers. Like, well, my closest place cuts off at 5 o'clock. I guess you're getting it in 2 days. Add value. So know where these are. Be the notary that can take an appointment and it's 6 o'clock for a purchase, and you can get documents back to the title company the next morning and make same day and be more efficient. Know this and guarantee that you can always get same day closings where most notaries can't, and that will separate you all day long.
Again, these are all included with your membership. So if you're a brand new signing agent, you're like, man, I'm a little nervous. I want to see how this goes down. I want to ask questions. Or if you're a veteran signing agent saying, man, I wish I could sit in on another 6-figure signing agent signing and see how they summarize form for loan signings, or how they go through the bar asking for an ID, or how they deal with individual situations like a signer who doesn't want to sign a certain signature, or a signer doesn't want to do full signature. How are they going through some of these problems that you may see at a loan signing? So like I tell every single one of you students, I can give you the training, but you have to attend. Your behaviors have to be intentional. For things to change, you have to change. If you want more, you got to do more. So with that being said, thank you so much for being part of Loan Signing System.